Welcome to the channel. Let's get started building a takedown longbow. This is going to be the first takedown longbow I've built in 10 years. I tried one 10 years ago. If you've seen my introduction video, kind of talked about it there, but I built one bow about 10 years ago before I started setting out to build bows again. And so one 3-piece takedown about 10 years ago, and then just recently I built this 1-piece forward handle longbow. I've got right here the same woods that I used for the 1-piece, and I'm gonna build this takedown longbow out of the same woods, but I'm gonna put a little bit different twist on it. So see here, in the limbs of this 1-piece, it is Myrtle Burl and then regular Myrtle in the handle there. So what I'm gonna do, and this is where we're gonna start out, is this is the Myrtle Burl that I used for the limbs, and I am going to cut it and try my hand at doing footed veneers. And so I'm going to cut this down and then cut another piece of the regular Myrtle that was used in the riser of the 1-piece, and I'm going to join those together to make footed veneers for the limbs on this 3-piece takedown. So let's get right into it. I'm going to cut this, cut a chunk out of the regular Myrtle, try and get those to join up perfect, put a couple of accent pieces in there, and then glue that up and glue the riser up. So jigsaw is probably not the best option for that, but I'll clean it up on the sander to get everything to the exact shape I want it before glue up. So I'm gonna head to the bandsaw and cut a chunk of the regular Myrtle to then glue up to that. I got that piece cut now. So next, I'll head over to the sander and try and get these to match up perfectly. So now I'm going to be working on cutting up the pieces for the riser and figuring out which order I want everything to go in. So I've got some G10, and then I've got the strips of Myrtle Burl and Myrtle. So I'm going to cut the G10 to length, and then I'm going to figure out what combination of the Myrtle and the Myrtle Burl I want to put in it. So I've got the riser pieces cut up now. About ready to glue them up. The only thing I'm going to do before that is I'm going to scuff up the G10 so the glue takes well on that. I'm going to go do that and then we'll glue up the riser. Alright, so about to glue up the riser and the limb veneers. So the camera died on me, but I got these glued up. I'm gonna clamp them up real quick and then put the riser in the oven. Alright, so got them clamped, about to throw them in the oven. This is what they're looking like so far. Alright, so doing those footed veneers was a first for me. They're in the heat box along with the riser. That's going to be it for today. We'll carry on with it tomorrow. So I've got the veneer block and the riser block. I'm going to head over to the sander, clean up the excess glue, sand this down, and then we'll send them through the drum sander to get them to exact thickness. Alright, now that I've got those cleaned up and sanded down, I'm going to cut the veneers out of the block. you made it this far, thank you for watching. Did end up with a couple of hiccups that I think we made it past, but on the drum sander, when I was sanding the veneers, it left some ridges in the veneers. So I was trying to hand sand that and broke one. So I had to cut another one. Thankfully I had more material in the block, so I could get another one out and still get a whole nother set of veneers. So then I was trying to sand the limb wedges on the oscillating belt sander, and I had the sander rip it out of my hand and chuck it at the floor, broke it. So scrapped that. This is what I should have done from the beginning. Should have made a jig. It's a taper sled thing to go through the drum sander. So I took the time to make that, and now I can just, wrong way, but put the piece I cut on here, send it through the drum sander, gets it about perfect. So basically we're ready to glue up the limbs. That's where we'll pick up in part 2. Hope to see you in the next video.